So we think one of the greatest challenges that cities face today is ensuring that there's an increasing amount of shared prosperity, meaning that we really make material difference in the barbell that's been created over the last 30 years, where there's a lot of very rich and a lot of very poor. And what we're seeing is that there's emerging promising changes that are happening. One of them is the amount of adoption of ways to address the education system. Because ultimately, cities have been this gateway to economic opportunity that largely was driven by the fact that people could get a good enough education that would allow them to get a good enough wage to live and to have the next generation of their families live in a better condition than the prior generation. And we've been supportive of an effort that came out of Cincinnati called the Strive. That the Strive network is now in 80 cities, and in those places, the civic leaders, not just the public sector, but the private sector, philanthropy, nonprofit sector, the traditional education systems, they've come together and said, we are failing our kids from cradle to career, and we have to come together in new ways to solve that problem. And what started out as a new and different way to do that in Cincinnati 6 years ago has now spread to 80 places. And so the idea that civic leaders across the board realize that we need to make some special efforts to ensure that low-income people are able to participate and flourish in those cities, we see as an important and exciting trend.